Hello, it's me. Or hello, it's someone else. Well, yeah, so I had a bit of time away. I think I'd put up a couple of notifications on on the bit where you put notifications on the channel. Yeah, posts up in the community slot. But yeah, um, I'm hoping the traffic isn't too loud. But yeah, so I spent the weekend away and I went to Salute, and it was my first time going. I've not necessarily been to many conventions. I did one that was quite small, very nearby, and I didn't have to take anything. So to ease me into the whole thing, I decided to go to the biggest wargaming convention in the country, and not only do that, but also do play a group demo game thing, where I had to take a load of stuff down and prepare stuff, and it was sort of, ooh, arg. So yeah, I dropped myself in the deep end a bit with promising to do all of that. But so, what am I thinking? Because what I'm planning on doing is I'm planning on doing something a bit different with this video. Uh, I'm actually going to learn some editing. So there might be a few clunky transitions and stuff, but I'm going to try and overlay some. Eventually, quite soon, I'm going to try and overlay some photos. Do a bit where I somehow insert photos into the thing. It might just be that and I've got to figure that out at some point, because I'm going to be learning how to do that on this video. But so yeah, that was all a bit of a day, because I'd had to go down by public transport and it was quite a long journey. I'd gone down the day before, standing room only for part of the journey, and then it was almost standing room only on part of the way back. Apart from I luckily managed to get a seat, and it had been on the Elizabeth line. That was all comfortable going down. On the way back, severe delays because of signal issues earlier in the day, and it's everywhere's shoulder to shoulder. Yeah, but it was all worthwhile. Today's the Monday afterwards that I'm filming this, and yeah, it's all been quite a bit of an adventure. And I've still got my wee wristband on, and I might try and do a little scrapbook thing of things. And I also managed to get my my goodie bag, because I was part of the player group, and I'm sort of wondering how I'm going to organise doing this to make it easier for me to edit. So I think what I'm going to do next is I'm going to do a bit signal to myself, and then in a couple of moments my face should be replaced by just a voice and a load of photos. So here we go. There we go, and hopefully photos should happen. This is sort of a note to future self who's blundering his way through learning how to use a film editing software with very limited experience. Some, but not a lot. But yeah, hopefully I've somehow managed to either have the full screen taken up by photos, or they're in one corner by my face. I'm not sure how I'm organising that, because I'm going to have to have a look. Anyway, so it was a really nice day. I'd wandered off to the back of I got into the centre and was met with not knowing where I was going, because I thought everyone was meant to be entering in a different entrance whatsoever. So that was entertaining. I bumped into Alex Nerdcore. She was running out to do stuff just as I was going in. I'm too small fry for her to have sort of to know who I am, but yeah, it was just sort of a quick sort of, oh, hello, just sort of, yeah, passing exchange, and she was rushing off to in an emergency of some variety, but it was a really nice day. I heard that from one of the yeah, I went to the woods player table off to one side, and quite a number of people had come in. Apparently, one of the guys that was setting up, I think it was Edwards. I think he'd said that certain Mr. Peachy had come up, and he apparently he'd shooed away a rogue Peachy. Apparently, so yeah, because. Yeah, I remember Peachy being working at my local game store, so it's just sort of have abiding memories of him in one of the blue shirts selling me Warhammer when I was very youthful, penniless neckbeard. But yeah, but it was quite amusing because I went for a quick pint afterwards with a couple of other guys, and he was in there too. So I did recognise him in the pub afterwards. But it's a bit of a shame because I didn't really manage to get much of a look round the show. Quite a lot of people came up to play the games. I managed to get a few of the Woods Badgers merch in and gave a few of them away to participants and stuff. And so that was always quite good. I managed to pick up my copy of the Woods had Shiver Shield released on the day, and that was the first day it was that was its official launch. I'd pre-ordered and managed to bring it across quite early on, and there's me sort of hurriedly trying to finish off a few character profile cards to set up the game, and having to fix my my wingless dragon model because part of it had snapped in in transport, which was a bit of a shame. Yeah, and it was just having to rely on trains during busy hours and stuff was a thing. But the game went well. We had a board made by a YouTuber called Battle in Barrows. He couldn't make it down, and the other member of the game group, he managed to spend some time, managed to quickly blast down to south of London, pick up the boards, and then sort of be there on time, which was very nice of. Oh yeah, very nice of him, and very nice of Battle in Barrows. Hopefully, I'll remember to put the link into his channel in the description below, just in case. But yeah, Battle in Barrows. G replaced with an apostrophe. So yeah, that was all a thing. And what I'm going to do is, there we are. We'd got a catacombs, and it was an ageing barrow complex. And inside, we'd had 4 warbands go in and delve in deep into this catacombs. Looking for some treasure in one of the 4 main chambers, but one of them had a dragon. One of my warbands, before completely being wiped out and then being replaced with reinforcements, they woke up the dragon before running away screaming. There was a bit of a luau in combat while everyone finished clobbering each other, and then the dragon came wading into the middle of the complex. Yeah, it was. We'd sort of managed to get a few of the 2nd edition rules for the dragon sorted out, and everything got waded. Yeah, everything went really, really well, and it was a lone survivor from a goblin warband who managed to finally hack the dragon to death. And one of his compatriots ran off with the gold, knowing that none of them, leaving the lone survivor to fend off the dragon all by themselves, which they managed to do. It was great fun. Lots of people came up, and it was just sort of it was one of those things. We weren't quite sure how well it'd go down with the dragon because we'd not necessarily play tested it. We knew that the dragon would be really tough. We were sort of thinking that it would allow people to explore some of the game mechanics, that there could be quite a lot of sneaking around, that a warband would probably have to team up, stay. Each member of a warband would have to stay close together, and that they might even have to team up with other warbands to finally kill off the dragon before turning on themselves or something like that. But we'd had quite a broad range of people come up. Some kids with the mother, and but a broad selection of people, come up. Some old, some young. Quite a lot of people, and just sort of like stop. The game took the entirety of the day. Each one of us peeling off to go. So, this is the woods. Yeah. It was quite funny because it was just across the corridor was I think they were the Dice Goblin Company, and very first thing in the morning, very first thing after opening, everyone's turning up to go and see them. And there's us just finishing off, and me waving, ushering them over. They need to go over there. Come over here, we're diceless. Hopefully it was all sort of taken in the humour it was meant to be. Of course, they buy all their dice. It was meant to be a bit of fun. Pardon me. Well, yeah. I'd managed to have a bit of a wander around. I did see. I'm not sure. I think he was with one of the cosplay companies. He was dressed in his Landsnecht uniform. According to a Lindy Beige video, he might have had a very modest codpiece on. Google it. If you're too young, ignore that. If you're over 18, Google it and find out. It's all no nudity or anything. It's about late medieval fashion in the military, but it's just but it was a really fun day. Really, really tiring and stuff, but really, really fun. And then scooting across to the stand once or twice to see the Oakbound people, and then sort of on my way to getting lunch, walking past, and there's a queue about 5 people wide, and then about 4 people deep by the stand, and I think that was quite a curious sight. But it was one of those sort of things. It was good to see a lot of people just tooling. It didn't manage to go far, but it was very interesting to see. There was Jerry from On Tabletop. He knows a mutual friend. He was I was referring to a mutual friend of ours, and he was looking at me sort of, I don't know who you are, but you're referring to a friend of mine who I've organised to meet up with beers for beers with. So that was an interesting form of networking. But that was quite, and it was nice to see some familiar faces who had met before. Apparently, I'm not necessarily sure who it was, but someone was asking after me at the stall, and It wasn't quite the main guy who I normally interact with from Oakbound, so he wasn't sure he hadn't necessarily put my face to the name. But yeah, that was quite funny. Uh, that that it was sort of like a mistaken identity, because it was sort of like it's trying to sort of, because it's always quite difficult trying to remember people's real names. Then they'll have a Discord server name, and then they might have a YouTube handle as well. It's trying to keep everything sort of, everyone's being referred to by three names, and it's sometimes, and you've got to try and remember the face as well and everything. But I'm trying to, it was quite, it was actually really quite darling moment, because it was there were two other guys that sort of turned around and sort of said, I recognise you. Oh, you're from the one of the forums online, aren't you? Oh, I've seen you. I saw some of your other videos. Oh, hello, how are you? And I was all quite, because I'm a very small YouTuber. I'm not. I do these as a sort of a hobby vlog, to try and meet hobby vlog. I don't necessarily expect to meet anyone out in the wild that recognises me. I have sort of done this to try and meet a few people as well. So it's all wonderful when I do meet people over the course of the day who have seen my things, seen my stuff and stuff. And there was even one guy. I think he said he was doing. If you were there was one of the guys, and I think he said he was running Full Tilt, the Warhammer jousting game from the 90s, and they'd done a couple of other reiterations of it. But yeah, yeah, I did. I'd watched or was it Miniatures Adventures, and I saw the same guy walk past, and then it was I saw one of the I watched one of his videos, and at the very start of his video there was a drone shot of our player table, with the banner faced towards in the opposite direction, which was a thing. And it was one of those moments I realised that it was during the 10 minutes when I'd gone off to facilitise in the facilities. And it was sort of, I'm not even in the shot. Oh. But there was a clip later on when he came back, and there was my shoulder and the side of my head as I'm talking to someone else. Big Lee, hello. Hopefully I'm going to go to Salute again. I'm approachable. You can tap me on the shoulder and say hi, and I would have explained, if you were curious, if you wanted, I will explain the game to you, or whatever. But yeah, hello. You got my shoulder in one of your videos. But yeah, it was all a very fun day. Yeah, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to stop the photos cycling through now, and I'll come back to my ugly mug. So there we are. Yeah, I'm now filming this the Monday afterwards. I still ache quite a lot, and I've been watching a lot of the footage this morning from the shenanigans from a variety of people and stuff, and it looks like a lot of people had a lot of fun. I think it's changed around a little bit from what people were used to it from, say, 5 years ago, but still I think people really enjoyed it, and it looked, I'm sort of hopefully a couple more people might be able to join in the player group. Yeah, so each of us can peel off for an hour or so and have a bit of a look round and stuff ourselves and things like that. And yeah, it was really fun. It was really a really nice experience, and I showed the goodie bag off in the introduction sort of bit. Just as an idea for further content, I think what I'm going to do is I'll do I'm going to do an unboxing of that, unbagging, sorry, debagging of that, so folks can have a look at what was in the goodie bag and stuff. Yeah, and it's well, I think a lot of people have done that already. Showed off and what was in the goodie bag, but I'm going to want to do that as well. I did manage to get the new The Woods box set, and I'll probably do an unboxing video of that. And I was just thinking to myself, I got the Deepwood Shadows RPG, and I think I was intending on doing an unboxing of that. I got that not too long ago, but yeah, because I think the Shiver Shield box set's the big thing at the moment. I'll do that first, and I think with Deepwood Shadows, I'll probably do exactly what to do with that. I've not decided, because I wouldn't mind. I want to try and see about trying to film a few games of that. Probably try and film the campaign of that. Probably. There's a Halloween period campaign for that, so campaign supplement for that. So I'll try and see about probably trying to play that at around the end of November sort of time. I had a really fun time. Convention wise, I know I'm planning on going to the Woods in the Woods. I think there's another friend who might be going to PeachyCon because that's quite close by to me. I'll see if I can go down there. I know my friend's quite keen on Gaslands and Verretwood. I think he went to PeachyCon last year, so I'll attempt doing that. But I'm also planning on going to Boyle this year. Bring Out Your Lead, across near Newark, Wargames Foundry. But more on that later, because I'm planning a new project for that. So I'll talk about that quite soon. Anyway, all I'm going to say now is stay safe, stay groovy.